Okay, friends. See, last week we have seen about Gauss elimination and how Gauss elimination method can be efficient by performing pivoting operation, pivoting, scaling, and also how it can be made efficient to reduce the round of errors.
Yeah.
Round of errors. So in today's class, we will discuss few more methods. One is Gauss-Jordan elimination. So what is Gauss-Jordan elimination? It is a variation of Gauss elimination in which elements above the major diagonal are eliminated, made zero. What is the meaning of that? The elements above the major diagonal is zero. People are joining late. This is the major diagonal. The members are written A11, A22, A33, and all elements above the major diagonal, meaning this element, this element, and this element are made zero, as well as elements below the major diagonal. So anyway, Gauss elimination operation also does that, simple Gauss elimination, but this is slightly a different version, which is efficient, not efficient, that we can see later on, not now. Whether Gauss elimination is efficient or Gauss Jordan elimination is efficient, that is not the discussion at this moment. We want to learn new method, which is the variation of Gauss elimination, in which elements above the major diagonal are made zero, and as well as elements also below the major diagonals. So you can see in this matrices elements above the major diagonal and below the major. And at the same time, the matrix is transformed to a diagonal matrix. This is just a this name of this matrix is diagonal matrix. Why it is called diagonal matrix? It has only diagonal members and rest of the members are zero. So you can assume, okay, this matrix is called as diagonal matrix. Okay, now these rows 1, 2, 3 are having members A11, A22 and A33. Even they are scaled. Actually, they are usually scaled to yield unity. Diagonal elements which transform A matrix into identity matrix. So what is the meaning of these? Along with members upper the major diagonal, above the major diagonal and below the major diagonal are made zero. That is number one. So A matrix is transformed into diagonal matrix. Second thing is we have to transform this matrix. I mean these row members, whatever available members, row members, A11, A22, A33 are transformed, are being scaled to unity. That means it is made as unity. One, it should have one. We have to transform that way. And we can scale it to unity. And finally, our matrix is becoming identity matrix. So you can see here the identity matrix. This is a transformed one, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And you know that if I want to, I can multiply this identity matrix with any matrix. It gives me that matrix. Simple. Like suppose I multiply A matrix with identity matrix. It gives me A matrix only, finally. So A can be of any size. It may be, you know, for example, in this case, I am multiplying identity matrix with x1, x2, x3. This is 3 by 1 and this is 3 by 3. So the final multiplication will be 3 by 1. But if I multiply x1, x2, x3, this matrix, its identity matrix, it should give me the solution directly. That is x1, x2, x3. It is as simple as. So whatever transform coefficients finally becoming, whatever transform coefficients that we are getting here, we are naming it not be like, basically it is the solution matrix, nothing else. So here you can read transform B matrix is then the solution matrix, because we are transforming our matrix first into the diagonal matrix, then it is being scaled. I mean, at the same time, you can do the scaling and try to convert that matrix into identity matrix. If you multiply identity matrix, any matrix with identity matrix, it is the same matrix. So our objective is to get the x1, value of x1, x2, x3. If you multiply that with identity matrix, it gives you B matrix, but this B matrix is nothing but transform solution vector directly. So we get x1 is equal to b1, x2 is equal to b2, x3 is equal to b3. It is as simple as that. So also additionally, Gauss elimination method can be used for single or multiple B vectors. That means if you have another B vector here, you can do the operation and at the same time you get, suppose I am having non-homogeneous term which are different, for the same set of problem, we are having different, then I do the same operation for another vector which can be augmented, written in an augmented way, let's say b4, b5, b6. And then you perform everything simultaneously, you get the solution for that vector also. So I hope all of you are able to get it what I'm trying to say here. If you multiply these matrix, it is a solution identity matrix, it is a solution matrix, but b1, b2, b3. At the same time, this matrix, not only this, Gauss elimination also can be used for the multiple B vectors, because all the row operations you are doing, it is simultaneously for every of the coefficients on the right hand side. Just that operation, you can include that coefficient also. So that is the reason why they are writing that Gauss-Jordan elimination can be also used for single or multiple B vectors. So you have understood these. Now I will also ask you to solve one example, but first I'll show that example here. Okay, if anything left that I will read out. Number of multiplications and divisions for the Gauss-Jordan elimination is approximately n. Of course, n is the size that of the matrix, and I mean number of variables, n number. Let's say x1, x2, x3, xn are the single vector. So small n is the size, and then total number of operations in the Gauss-Jordan elimination is this, n cube by 2 minus n by 2 plus n square, which is approximately, they are saying, is 50% larger than the Gauss elimination method. And so the Gauss elimination method is preferred. That is okay, but in addition to get the solution vector, we also get the, I will show the discussion what additionally Gauss-Jordan elimination method can give us. It gives you the matrix inversion, and how that we'll see afterwards. First, we will see the example of Gauss-Jordan elimination. The same example you also have to solve, but first let me go through it, how the operations takes place, and then you verify your answers by performing this operation. So this is the original matrix augmented with B vector, that is the non-homogeneous term on the right hand side. So original matrix is augmented with B vector, and scaling is now done, which is the simplest way to do scaling of making the first element as unit. This element should be made unit. So that scaling we can do by dividing entire row by 80, R1 by 80. Okay, that will give you 1 here, 1. Scaling row 1 to give A1, 1, 1 is equal to 1 gives this. So remaining members as it is I have written, but the first row members will change. Please understand, scaling is being applied for the entire row. This is also called scaling because we are dividing this, we are normalizing it is with, you know, our coefficient, first coefficient in the major diagonal. So we are doing R1 by 80, that will give us 1 here. Idea is to convert the matrix into identity matrix. And at the same time, we also have to do the upper diagonal and the elements above the major diagonal and elements below the major diagonal should be 0. So that operation we need to do. So what we do, the next step is our usual way of applying elimination below row 1, that is this elimination. This should be eliminated. So we have done this elimination process, multiplying row 1 R1, 20 by 1 and 20 by 1 gives you the elimination coefficients as minus 20 that you multiply with R1 and deduct it from R2 and R3. Okay. So if we deduct this from R2 and R3, it gives you 0 coefficients here. Now, second time, what we do? Scaling, now immediately you can scale this number, 35. So what we have done first we have scaled row 1 by dividing it with 80, the first coefficient in the major diagonal. Then we perform our usual elimination operation to make these two elements 0. And third thing now will be done, we want to scale this member. Scaling of the only major diagonal, because only the major diagonal members are to be made as unit. And so that and upper and below the major diagonal members should be 0, and then only my matrix becomes the identity matrix. So idea behind this is you scale this second row also by dividing the entire row by 35, gives you this. So you can check this matrix which is being obtained. So what are the steps? We have done this as unit, we have done this as 0, and then we have done this, made these as unit. Now the next step is to eliminate this member. At the same time also, same or different operation, whichever way you want to. If you can do simultaneously, you can do. But we also want to do elimination process for this row to eliminate this member, minus 25. So we will do that by multiplying that with R2, this coefficient, and minus 25 divided by 1, multiply by row 2 and deduct it from row 3 will give you 0 here. And we also want to make 0 here and 0 here. We want to do. Please understand all these coefficients of the B matrix are also being subjected to all kind of operation that we are doing. Just don't do everything here. You have to include the augmented B vector also, whatever operations you are doing. And then finally it becomes our solution vector in this Gauss-Jordan elimination method. So what is the step for eliminating these two elements? First is you eliminate this, that is R1, R2 multiply by minus 1 by 4 divide by 1. That's the row 2 multiplying row 2 and deduct it from row 1 where we want to do elimination. It is a reverse step. Please understand. We are deducting, multiplying with R2 and deducting it from R1. Whereas here we wanted to eliminate the coefficient from R3. So we multiply with R2 and then deduct it from R3. And that will give me this member 0, this minus 1 by 4. So just going ahead now. Scaling row 3 now. That is done, and so we are able to do eliminate this. We are able to eliminate this, and similarly we are writing all our coefficients are converting into this. Now, before eliminating this member, we do scaling of this third row, that is make it unit. So again row 3 we divide by 750 by 7. If we divide this row by 750 by 7, it gives me 1 here, 1. So scaling row 3 will give you 1 here. And then now next, our objective is to make these two members 0. It is a reverse process, First you have made, we have made these two 0. Then we have made these 0, and then we have made these 0. Now we will make at the same time these two members 0. So the procedure is very familiar. When you want to do the eliminate this member, you multiply the third row. The coefficient is minus 3 by 7 by 1. And then deduct it from row 1 from where I want to do the elimination. So this member will become, by doing this operation, we can make this member 0. So
ma'am, why you have done 2 by 7?
See, this is, I want to eliminate this. I want to make this member 0. To do that, I will choose this only because यहाँ पे already 1 आ चुका है. मेरे लिए कोएफिशिएंट मल्टीप्लाई करना इजी होगा. जैसे हमने फर्स्ट ये दो एलिमेंट 0 करने के लिए हमने फर्स्ट रो यूज किया था. That you will be remembering, right? हमने ये दो
मैम अगर हम उसके पहले वाला फंक्शन यूज करेंगे तो उसमें ही माइनस वन बाई फोर है फर्स्ट टर्म में. आप अगर ऊपर करोगे तो अगर हम R1 से माइनस 1/4 R2 माइनस कर ही रहे हैं. अरे सॉरी मैंने लास्ट टर्म नहीं लिखा. हाँ
नहीं, वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. आपको सिस्टमैटिक जाना है. सी
मतलब 0 करना ही
ये दो मेंबर 0 हमने किया, उसके बाद ही हमने ये वाला मेंबर 0 किया. तो अभी जब हम अपर डायगोनल का कर रहे हैं तो हमें पहले ये मेंबर पहले 0 करना है, उसके बाद हम ये दोनों मेंबर 0 करेंगे. अपर डायगोनल के लिए आप रिवर्स ऑर्डर सोचो. और जब हमने ये दोनों 0 किए तो हमने पहला रो यूज किया था जिसमें से हम जो कोएफिशिएंट हमारा है जो मल्टीप्लाई किया था, हमने फर्स्ट रो यूज किया था. यू कैन चेक हियर. सी मल्टीप्लिकेशन इज हैपनिंग विद द फर्स्ट रो and then deduct it from the row from where you have to do elimination. तो R3 में से और R2 में से हमने डिडक्ट किया. to eliminate these two. So similarly, you have to go step by step. पहला हमें ये दो निकालने हैं, फिर हमने ये निकाला, उसके बाद हम ये निकाल रहे हैं, and then we are switching over to now these two members. So अभी जो बात चल रही है -3/7 की बात चल रही है. What?
हमने ये 750/7 किया, उससे तो हम वो 120 से डिवाइड नहीं करते, फिर वहां पे 1 आ जाएगा.
कहाँ पे 1 लाना है? 1 अभी हमें इधर ही लाना है, यहाँ पे.
हाँ तो मैम वहां पे 750 कहाँ से आया? पहले तो 120 था ना.
हमने एलिमिनेशन ये ऑपरेशन किया ना, ये वाला R3 में से हमने ये डिडक्ट किया ना, ये 0 करने के लिए.
हाँ अच्छा ओके.
हाँ, इसलिए मैं आपको गिनने के लिए टाइम दूंगी, तभी आपको पता चलेगा. अभी आप देख लो, आप जो पूछे है ना डाउट कि यहाँ पे 750 एकदम से कैसे आ गया, वो हमने ये ऑपरेशन के बाद आया. R3 जो हमने किया ये वाला, उससे पूरी वैल्यू बदल गई अपनी. ये देखो.
हाँ ओके.
फिर हमने इसको यूनिट बना दिया, एंड देन आवर नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज टू एलिमिनेट दिस टू. जस्ट लाइक वी हैव एलिमिनेटेड दिस टू, द लास्ट स्टेप विल बी वी हैव टू एलिमिनेट दिस टू. सो दैट कैन बी डन ऑन रिवर्स प्रोसेस. यू नो, पहले हमने ये दोनों को एलिमिनेट करने के लिए हमने पहला रो यूज किया था मल्टीप्लाई करने के लिए, फिर हमने इसमें से डिडक्ट किया. सो जो भी कोएफिशिएंट मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं वो मेजर डायगोनल वाले हैं, ऐसा समझने का. और फिर जहाँ से हमें एलिमिनेट करना है उससे हमें वो रो से डिडक्ट कर देने का. तो हमें अभी डिडक्ट किस में से करना है? हमें ये जो रो में से हमें एलिमिनेट करना है, तो हमने R1 रो में से डिडक्ट किया. बट कौन सी रो? हमने ये मेजर डायगोनल वाली जो ये रो है, मतलब दिस इज आवर मेजर डायगोनल हैविंग नंबर्स, बट वी विल बी यूजिंग दिस एज पिवट एलिमेंट. यू नो, दिस इज कॉल्ड पिवट एलिमेंट. हमें कौन सा कोएफिशिएंट यूज करना है? सो इट विल बी -3/7 डिवाइड बाई 1. ये 1 अभी एब्सोल्यूट अभी दिखा नहीं है, बट ये डिवाइड बाई 1 आएगा इधर, क्योंकि 1 है इसलिए दिखाया नहीं. सो A33 will come in the denominator, and this A13 will come in the numerator, and that one will come in the denominator, and that multiply with row 3 and deduct it from row 1 just to eliminate this. यहाँ पे 0 करना है बस, उसके लिए ऑपरेशन करना है. But we are still using our Gauss elimination for doing that, not anything else. क्योंकि आपको मालूम है कोएफिशिएंट्स की जो वैल्यू है, it becomes too greater, too larger. So we can't use simple elimination. We will be using only Gauss elimination. सेकेंड टाइम में जब हमें इसको निकालना है, that time what we do, this coefficient, again we are using the pivot element this, because earlier we have to eliminate these two, we have used this coefficient, this coefficient. So to eliminate these two, we will be using this, you know, as your pivot. So pivot element will always go in the denominator. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. पिवट, आप जो मल्टीप्लायर है आपका एलिमिनेशन मल्टीप्लायर है, आप एक बार रिवाइज कर लेना, उसमें वो हमारा डिनोमिनेटर में ही जाता है हमेशा. एंड दिस, सो दिस कोएफिशिएंट विल गो इन द अपर एंड दिस को विल गो इन द डाउन. सो सिमिलरली हियर आल्सो, सपोज मुझे ये निकालना है, तो -5/7 डिवाइड बाय 1. सो A23 डिवाइड बाय 1. All of you please mute and don't do any lining or anything here. Those who are moving the cursor, please don't do that. Okay, so what will happen now? Deduct it from R2. जो जहाँ से जो रो में से एलिमिनेशन करना है, वो रो में से डिडक्ट करना है by multiplying the coefficient with the pivot row. Basically we are multiplying coefficient with the pivot row. यहाँ पे pivot row कौन सी है? This is R3. जहाँ पे हमारा पिवोट एलिमेंट था वो हमें पिवोट रो बोल सकते हैं, R3 को मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया हमने, एंड देन वी आर डिडक्टिंग इट फ्रॉम R2, दैट विल गिव यू फाइनली दिस मैट्रिक्स. So are you getting what I am trying? So finally you get whatever this augmented B vector is your solution. That's all. It should be your B vector. This is 2. This is 2 divided by 5. Okay. This is 2 divided by 5. So can you solve this problem? And then I can, once you do this, we will discuss about how Gauss-Jordan can give you the inverse matrix. So first, all of you please verify this. I will just verify all answers you are getting. Please do this.
मैम मारे फोर्थ स्टेप में डाउट છે फोर्थ.
हाँ पूछो. આ કોણ કરી રહ્યું છે? આને કાઢો નહીં યાર. આ કોણ શું છે? કોણ છે? So I will not accept all this. हाँ, what is the doubt?
फोर्थ स्टेप આપણે ફર્સ્ટ રો માં આપણે સેકન્ડ કોલમ માં 0 કર્યું ને તે.
हाँ.
ફર્સ્ટ રો સેકન્ડ કોલમ એ 0 કર્યું ને તે डाउट છે.
फर्स्ट रो में.
हाँ.
एक मिनट. फर्स्ट रो में सेकंड कॉलम. ओके ओके.
हाँ.
फर्स्ट रो में आयरो आ ने.
हाँ हाँ ये मैम.
Okay, so in this we are using which coefficient? जब भी हम ये सपोज आप रिवर्स में सोचो, जब हमें ये कोएफिशिएंट 0 करना था, we have used this as your you know pivot. That means it will go in the denominator. Pivot. So -25 divided by 1 हमने यहाँ पे किया होगा ऊपर में ये निकालने के लिए. ये रहा -25 divided by 1 मल्टीप्लाई बाई R2, मतलब जो पिवट रो है उससे मल्टीप्लाई करके आप जो जिसमें से एलिमिनेशन करना है उसको उसमें से डिडक्ट कर दो. ओके, सो दिस हैज हैपेंड दिस. आर यू गेटिंग? सो सिमिलरली दिस जब हमें ये करना है तो हम रो 2 का जो पिवट एलिमेंट है उसको डिवीजन में डालना है. सो -1/4 डिवाइड बाय 1 मल्टीप्लाई बाय R2 and then deduct it from the row from which we want to eliminate. So R1 में से उसको deduct करना है. So you will get 0 here. पता चल गया? Okay.
हाँ मैम पता चल गया.
हाँ. तो अभी क्या करो, अभी आप इसको है ना एक बार थोड़ा कैलकुलेट कर लो, क्योंकि नहीं तो पता नहीं चलेगा. मतलब मैं कुछ बोल रही हूँ बट आपको समझ में आएगा. Okay, any doubt? हाँ.
Is it compulsory to do scaling in every step? मतलब scaling नहीं करेंगे तो चलेगा ना?
In this method, scaling we are doing only to make unit. There is no other scaling we are doing. That scaling which we have discussed in Gauss elimination, that we are not performing.
Right.
Here. Yes, so it is not
Right.
required. It is not required. The method is different, so it has its own way of doing it. Beauty. So here our objective is to make the identity matrix.
Okay, we have to just make it an identity matrix, right?
Yeah, yes. But not by any means. कैसे भी करके identity नहीं बनाना है, systematically जाना है, मतलब. हाँ. So all of you please solve this problem. जो भी स्टेप में आपको डाउट आ रहा है मुझे पूछ लो.